Hey everybody, my name's Dale. I am the MPA, maybe MPP librarian for this fall semester since my colleague Marie Paiva is out. And I wanted to show you a couple of quick tips of how to get started. But reach out to me anytime, dale.larson@utah.edu. So I don't know how you feel about AI. What I'm using it as is a brainstorming tool. So we don't know what we don't know. So we can ask it general questions like, who are the primary stakeholders for water conservation in the western United States. So if I went into the library catalog and I just typed in water conservation, let's do that. If I just put in quotes, water conservation, it's going to be all over the place. There's going to be 84,000 things. And it's not necessarily going to be what I'm interested in. So in the old days, what we would do is we would go to like a main book, water conservation, and we would see how they organized their chapters into a logical narrative. But now with AI, we can ask questions like, well, who cares about it in this specific area? So you could narrow it down even to Salt Lake City, because there's a lot of things published recently from droughts or water management, or when there was a flood and it filled Sugar House Park. All of those different things are typically out on the open web, and they might not show up in a book about water conservation. So as a brainstorming tool, I asked it, well, who cares about water conservation? And we can see government agencies, agricultural producers, tribal nations. Let's start with agriculture. So if you were doing, so I'm going to show you two things today, library catalog and a public policy database. From the library catalog, if you have some of those keywords, you can go in and agriculture, oh Lord, I need more coffee. Agriculture, water, and we could do conservation, but I'm going to do policy. So policy, we know, or as we're learning in class, is something of a negotiated social construction of like, what's our priorities as a society, if I may be so bold as to narrow it down that far. What this is doing instead of doing the generic, it's looking at a particular industry and a particular issue in the context of policy. So again, we have 137,000 results, but now you can narrow it down by date. So let's see what's happened since, oh no, what's happened since the pandemic in water conservation policy or in agriculture. That narrows it down to 32,000 results. When you are looking for something, you might know exactly what you're looking for. So like farming, but we've got agriculture, or maybe you're looking for drought, or maybe you're looking for municipal policy, or any different kinds of things that are related to it. How do we find those things? So let's go back and say, for agricultural water conservation policy research, what are some good keywords? So you can narrow it down even further. Ooh, water rights. That's a big one in agriculture. In Salt Lake City, there's this tangled web of water rights. So sometimes you'll see dead farming lots right next to like a flowing river because somebody else has the water rights. So let's go back up and let's add one more line, water rights. And let's add another line. May as well just throw in Utah. All of a sudden, we have a lot more specificity, and we can go into those different things that we're looking at. So there's just 40. Utah's water situation from 2004. Annual report of the Commissioner of Indian Affairs. This is the nitty-gritty good stuff that we're looking for, right? Let me show you another place to go. Oh, by the way, you can click on any of these, and you should be able to get full text. If you run stuck with anything, send me an email. Next database that I want to show you is not Utah specific, but it's worldwide. If you're unfamiliar with the databases, these are things that we subscribe to, and you just have to log into Canvas or CIS or this handy off-campus thing. But if you go to one of my favorite databases called PAIS, this is public policy. And this one has an advanced search too. And let's just do water conservation. And then in the next line, let's do water rights. This database is not looking at the generic, like how to deal with water conservation, or it's not looking at like how agriculture or municipal sources use it. This one is looking specifically at public policy throughout the world. And what you'll do from this is you'll get case studies of people enacting different things. So this is from, looks like, yeah, it's from China. There's from India. There's Colorado River Basin. A lot of these are case studies, but some of them are built up with data from municipalities and things like that. And they're saying, well, we tried this, here's this. Here we're putting this up here. So this is a database. If you are like a city manager, this is something that you might access and see what's going on. So another one might be electric bikes and sidewalks. I got run off the sidewalk. I got ran off the sidewalk. So you can see what's going on. Urban road suitability for active mobility. There's all sorts of things that are going on. So I remember when the Lime scooters came out where you could be on the sidewalk, San Francisco banned them. And then they came back with a policy. Because they came out so fast. So here you get all those different things. As you negotiate all of these, let me know if I can help. You can reach out to me at dale.larson@utah.edu. This has just been a brief introduction, but let me know how I can help. I love brainstorming on projects and research projects and helping people figure out what's next.